In today's video, we're going to be talking about Facebook ad inconsistency as a dropshipper or in your dropshipping business. So are you somebody that's currently doing ads and ad sets that are currently inconsistent and you're not currently getting the performance you want out of them? And are they dying after 3 days? Or have you currently got a product that was a winner that's currently now dying out? I'm going to be teaching you how to keep them consistent and how to reactivate a winning product if it's starting to die out. Now, we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so make sure you smash that subscribe button, because like I said, when we do hit 1,000 subscribers, depending on how fast we hit it, I will be doing a big giveaway. Now, if we hit 1,000 subscribers really fast, I will be giving the giveaway to 3 people. So guys, I'll leave that with you. Also, if you want to win a consultation call with me for 15 minutes, all you need to do is subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the video, and comment Takeover 2019. And the winner of the last giveaway was Steve F, and I will leave a card here of who won. All you need to do is message me either on Instagram or Facebook, and we'll arrange that consultation call. So let's get straight into the content, guys. So why is Facebook making your ads inconsistent, and why is your winning product starting to die out? Now, these are the 3 main indicators Facebook look for to decide if your Facebook ad should be placed on the bid or the highest bidding section. So you guys need to understand that Facebook ads is actually a bidding system, very similar to Google ads. Now, the one main reason is if Facebook isn't making money with your advert due to the bidding system, then they are going to use somebody else's ad to make money with. Now, these are the other 2 indicators that Facebook look for to make a decision on this point that I've just mentioned. One is Facebook users are not interacting with your ad. So for example, watch time. So if people are not watching your ad for long enough, and I'll get back to this in a minute in terms of how long people should be watching your ad for. If they're not taking a call to action, if they're not doing a click through, so if they're not clicking on your links or your call to action button, that's another indicator. Or if they're not engaging with your ad in a positive manner. If it's not 70% positive with engagements, then this is another factor that Facebook look at. So let's go back to watch time. So your watch time should be more than 5 seconds. So if you can get a watch time of more than 5 seconds, then that's a good thing. But if it's less than 5 seconds, Facebook will use that as a reason not to use your ad. Now, again, if somebody watches your ad and within 3 seconds of watching your ad, they click on the Shop Now button, then that won't impact it. That will actually improve your actual ranking. Now, again, like I said, guys, you're going to want to make sure that your engagement rate is 70% positive and 30% negative, and that won't make an impact too much. The next thing is Facebook advertiser, as in yourself, you need to be making money. So if you're, as an advertiser, not making money with the platform, then this is another reason why Facebook will use somebody else's bid in terms of their ad to try and see if they can make money, because at the end of the day, they want to make sure that you keep using Facebook ads. Now, for you to keep using Facebook ads, you need to make money. So if you're not making money, then they'll put you at the bottom of the bidding system or lower down in the bidding system, because they don't want to be using your ad and they'll be using somebody else's. So this is what Facebook looks at, these 2 main indicators, to make a decision on this one here. So that's the reason why. Now, I recommend that you guys write this down or take a print screen, because this is really important. Before we move on, Facebook wants variation. So the key to success with Facebook ads is variation. I can't emphasize that enough. If you don't have variation, you're going to lose the bid at all times. Now, let's talk about how you can solve the problem, which is you're getting inconsistent ads with your dropshipping business, or if you want to reactivate that winning product after it's starting to die out. So the first thing you guys need to do, and this is one of the main things you need to do, is you need to duplicate the ad sets. You need to either duplicate them by 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, or 6 times. I recommend at minimum you duplicate 3 ad sets. I highly recommend you do 6. It all depends on your budget, of course. Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make a new ad video, a new ad headline, a new ad copy, and a new ad call to action. You're going to want to implement each one of these changes on every single ad set you duplicate. So, for example, if you duplicate 4 ad sets, you're going to need to make 4 new videos, 4 new headlines, 4 new ad copies, and 4 new calls. Actually, with the call to action button, you can change it, maybe two different call to action buttons throughout the different ad sets. Now, you're going to want to obviously make the budget either $5 or $10. Then keep the ad sets that are performing the best, and I'm going to get back onto this in a minute, because the next point will help you understand what I'm talking about at the end of this bullet point. So the first 4 days of the ads are the most important. So in the first 4 days of you launching your ad, that is the most important time. So if you didn't know that, I recommend you jot that down. The 4 days are the most important. You have no say in the intel conditions. So in the intel conditions, you have no say over the Facebook ads. You got to understand, guys, that Facebook has 90% of the decision making. You only have 10%. That's why it needs to be positive, or the ad will close in on the wrong people. And if your ad closes in on the wrong people, guess what's going to happen, guys? Let's go back to the other slide. These two things are going to be really bad, which means Facebook isn't going to be making money, which means they're going to be giving the bid to somebody else. So that's why it's very important that you close in on the right people, so you get these two things here done very well, so Facebook keep you at the bidding system. Now, this is why that's why I mentioned this before I got onto this point here. So make a decision after 5 to 7 make a decision after 5 to 7 days, depending on your skill level reading Facebook ad data. So depending on how good you are at reading your Facebook ads will depend on when you should be making a decision. Sorry about that, guys. My phone's going off. I should have muted that before I started. But like I said, depending on how good you are at making decisions with Facebook data, then it depends 5 to 7 days. Now, obviously, if you're somebody that's good at reading Facebook data, then you're going to obviously want to make a decision maybe on the 5th day, because like I said, the key is the 4 days. Now, after 4 days, you'll start to see signs on which ad sets you duplicated are performing the best. Now, if you're somebody that's a beginner, give it 6 to 7 days, because there'll be real key signs on telling you which ones are performing the best. But like I said, I don't want to go over that too much, but you understand what I'm trying to say. If you don't, put a comment in the comment section below. Been over that. Now, another thing that you're going to want to do is if the ad that you were doing the ad that was inconsistent before you're doing what I'm talking about now, if that ad that was inconsistent, if the audiences that you targeted were doing really well, so for example, your relevance score was really high, it was 8, 9 or 10, preferably 9 or 10, then don't worry about this part. But if your audience targeting was bad on the one that was inconsistent, which was your first ad, then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to create new ad audiences, whether that's demographics, gender, or different countries. But what I would say, guys, is even if your targeting was really good on the first ad, I'd recommend you change it at least once in one of the ad sets over here. So in at least one of these, you change the target audience in terms of demographics, gender, and different countries. I really recommend you do that. Also, I'd recommend you change things like placements. So Facebook ad placements is another thing that I recommend you change. Now, that's something that I call small changes. So another thing you can do is something what I call small changes. So even if you don't do this, but you do this one, which I recommend the most, then make a small change like ad placements. That can make a big decision. Then the last thing that you guys can do to fix this problem is try manual bidding. Now, I will be making a separate video about manual bidding, but manual bidding is by far probably the most powerful way of stopping ad inconsistency, because guess what? Facebook ads is a bidding system. With manual bidding, you've really got control over the bidding system a lot more. Now, only do manual bidding if you've had a proven success with that. So if that first ad you've ran was inconsistent, but it was still profitable and it had a lot of potential because it had really good engagement rate and whatnot, then obviously try manual bidding. But if you didn't have good proven success with the first ad that was inconsistent, then don't try manual bidding, because manual bidding is only good if you have some proof of success or proof of concept that you feel, you know what, if I do try manual bidding, I am going to have a high chance of winning that. So only use manual bidding, guys, if you have some form of confidence, because the first ad you did which was inconsistent had good engagement, or it showed it had some form of potential success. Because you've got to understand, with manual bidding it's more risk, because you have to invest a lot more money and your money gets used a lot faster, but the rewards are so much higher with manual bidding. Now, if you're going to be doing manual bidding, I recommend you start with a minimum of $45 as the manual bid. And guys, like I said, if you do manual bidding and you have got if your ad is really good. Now, another thing that I recommend is do manual bidding, like I said, if you've got previous success with that ad, but after 3 to 5 days, let's say for example after 5 to 7 days after you duplicated 3 to 6 ad sets, depending on how many you wanted, and you found the one that does the best, then you can try manual bidding with it. You can duplicate it again and try manual bidding. It's completely up to you, but manual bidding will keep your ads consistent for longer periods of time. But like I said, higher rewards, but there is a higher amount of risk. And I will be making a separate video on how to do manual bidding, guys, so make sure you smash that post notification button and subscribe to the channel. Now, that is literally how you stop Facebook ad inconsistency. It wasn't a long video, but guys, they're the factors that you can do to change the inconsistency to being consistent. There's no other magic tricks involved. They are the ones that I recommend. And if you don't understand what I mentioned just a minute ago, then go over this. I would recommend replaying this video again and watching it again. And if you've got any questions, leave them in the comment section below, because I will answer the questions that you leave in the comment section below, guys. And I hope this, guys, has helped you. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys have took value from this video.